Hello, all of you cute beans out there, and welcome to the stream. I am Razim, and this is another brick in the mall. And we are using the TF talkies today because they're fun, and I had limited time and they were already set up. So, you know, here we are. Yeah, we are in desperate need of more parking, as we kind of always are. So, let's go and get to working on some more of that. I am also going to be removing a lot of parking, which is counterproductive to the plan there, but you know, I am trying to move all of the parking away from the actual entrance of my mall, outside of, you know, specific maintenance, or not maintenance, things like the bus and the garbage and whatnot, staff parking, all of that is going to be in right next to the building. Oh, we had a thief. How dare you? Where was my security? Hey, I apologize, I forgot how to pronounce your name. Kiatu? Hello, Mala. And hello there, Geemond. Ah, you like that art? Oh, so I did pronounce it right? Cool. I was kind of doubting myself on that, but I am a very particular individual that likes to make sure names are pronounced correctly. Names are important. Totally not just because I have a Fae for one of my characters, you know? Totally don't need to worry about that. Hey, Brian, don't be stealing Rex's spotlight. Jeez. It's Rex's birthday.
Our modest fellowship expands. Praise the sub.
Lightpaw just resubscribed for 31 months.
Well, there's the good girl. Thank you for resubbing, Lightpaw, and your 31 months of support. Also, everyone, please TF me. Come on. It's here. Do it. Do it.
Joke.
I had to restart it, Geeman, so it probably broke the the existing one. Oops. Ah,
Hello.
the staff parking. Hello there, Ibzan. Ooh, bet. How's the cutie?
Ah, a bit tired, but not too bad.
Ah, a bit early for you to be going to bed anyways, right?
Uh, yeah. I've been up late recently.
Oh, well, fair enough.
And it's Friday.
Hello there, ducks. Lightpaw. Clearly, ducks had a good time with Tao. And that's all I'll say on that one. So what have you been up to today there, Ibzan?
Mostly work. Yeah. Usual kinds of stuff.
Ah, so you get done at with the paid time and then go home and continue working?
No, I'm not working.
Oh, okay.
I'm doing what I do for work for fun.
Ah, that's your excuse.
Well, I'm not working on a work thing, but I'm applying the same technique.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Well, then that's okay. Hey, I'm allowed to have concerns. It wouldn't have been the first time that you decided to be like, okay, I'm done at the actual job, now go home and continue doing the job.
Yeah. Yeah. Not today.
Well then, good boy.
Right.
And build more parking. More. More.
I like how there's the parking on the other side of the high-speed road of Megadeth as well, but everyone is crossing it perfectly, weaving between the cars.
I know, right? Don't question the magic.
I think it's the magic of no such thing as physics collision.
Like I said, don't question the magic. Quote for Ibzan's next Zim experience. Ah, popping back into stream to another quote of mine. Your ass is quotable. Pout.
Joke.
Well, that could definitely be taken a very particular way. Oh, and then Gibgab shows up indeed. Today you think you have solidified an opinion. Anytime an organization decides to let each department handle their own IT stuff, it always ends back in IT's hands once it becomes a mess. Well, yeah.
Don't worry, it becomes a mess when it's in IT's hands as well. It's a universal constant.
It's just especially messy then because, well, they allowed it to get a mess in the first place trying to save money and all that.
I don't feel like going too far into work, but there are many reasons why this happened.
That is fair. I am not making enough money. Yes, we do ducks. Or at least I'm planning on it. Quote
Definitely
for...
helps the...
Go ahead.
I was going to say, that definitely helps the costs.
The cult thing?
No, the eating wood.
Oh. Well, I was going to point out, quote for furries running the GibGab IT department. Cults just don't cult like they used to.
And that was quote for how Zim can earn more money. But we have all this wood. We have plenty to eat. I mean, you could always, you know, bake sawdust into your bread to make the flour go further.
GibGab, I hate Dell too. So Axel, yes, people generally get all sorts of medical problems when they turn 30. When you turn 30, it just happens that you just suddenly start developing a massive amount of medical problems and suffer for the rest of your life. Unfortunately for me, it started earlier. I really wish I could turn these. I want those facing the other way like the rest of these, not out. Grr!
Are they like there as part of the road essentially? Can't to just
These are the parking spaces, and they have to be lined up to the road, and yeah.
Yeah, it's funny because like you never see car parks like that in real life. They're all in rows rather than having these ones that stick out.
Yeah.
And yes, in Britain we call them car park rather than park.
Well, I've unlocked self-checkout, so... And self-checkout is very expensive! I think I'm gonna need to make this a little bigger.
In the biz we just call them SCOs, which is literally just self-checkout, but abbreviated.
SCOs, huh?
Yeah, it's a SCO in common parlance.
Huh, fair enough.
Everything gets abbreviated. It's just like unavoidable. So. And those kind of shelves that go in the middle of the store are called gondolas.
Did you say gun dollars?
No, gondola. Gondola.
Okay.
Like the kind of flat-bottomed boat. No, we only ever call them SCOs. We never called them SCO checkouts. But I'm not saying that no one does it. It's funny, there are actually like whole trade shows for shelving units. Which, you know, makes sense if you think about it, but always amuses me. And like people exhibit their shelving design.
Yeah, I've seen the various kinds of trade shows there are out there. They will literally make a trade show out of anything.
Well, you've got to get your shelving units sourced from someone, somewhere. The funny thing is, what you're doing now is what my job used to be like a year ago. Like store layouts and whatnot, at least on the analytical end.
Oh, well, neat.
Yeah, I almost want to try the game just to see if there's anything transferable.
Probably not. I don't
Yeah,
think the
I
game
assume that
is,
the
Joke.
I don't think it's quite, that realistic.
yeah, I was gonna say I assume that the like simulation is simple enough that a lot of the stuff is uh, not super transferable. Oh no. I'm literally thinking about how I do analytics to solve this game. It could be fun though. It depends on how the AI works, of course.
Well, right now, I'm wanting to see if I can, just not have anybody working in this store. And just have the, self-checkouts only. Obviously, we'll still need a stock clerk, but... We're gonna transfer you over to... the House of Noms. And... you as well. Why have people working if I could just not? You know?
You hear that Amazon tried running Amazon Fresh like grocery stores where everything would be automatically charged to your account rather than having to scan anything at the checkout?
Yeah, I've also seen some stores in airports that are set up like that.
Well, the funny thing is how Amazon Fresh worked, or rather did not. Like, it was meant to be computer vision, um, like recognizing what things people picked off shelves. But when that wasn't accurate enough, they just had to like mechanical turk it and have a load of people manually watching the footage back to pick out what people had got from the shelves and record that.
Well, okay then. Also, apparently, no, I have to have I have to have workers in there.
Wait, so these Walmarts in the Midwest had like a bank of SCOs and just like have one way into the bank of SCOs and that's the same way out. So you can't like queue on one side and leave on the other. That's so crazy.
Oh yeah, they've yeah. They've been constantly trying to pull that off, and apparently Walmart's trying to be like, hey, if you're using our self-checkout service, you pay more, a convenience fee for it. And it's like, I don't want to use it in the first place.
That's actually mad because it's a cost saving for the business.
Oh, well, apparently it's because to recoup from people that steal with the self-checkout.
Yeah, that does happen more.
And I'm just sitting here like, I don't want to
I mean,
use your
at that
self-checkout
stage-
in the first place.
Yeah, I was gonna say at that stage you shouldn't install them because like people are going to want to avoid using them if you charge them more. That's
Most people
that's
try
the
most people try to avoid using them in the first place, let alone if you're charging for them.
they're reasonably popular over here at least, and I think a lot of people like them when they're just going to do something quickly or like don't want to talk to someone. What we have seen actually is that self-checkouts are like a gateway drug to shoplifting. Where like people will scan something or try to and it doesn't scan, and then they'll just be like, oh, okay, I'll just like take it anyway. Yeah.
I will always go for an actual person over a self-checkout. I have no interest in the self-checkout stuff. Like, sure, they can be convenient, but overall, it's like, dude, I don't want to deal with your stupid machine being like, there was a problem scanning your thing. Please wait for assistance. There were so many times back before COVID where I'd go into a grocery store in the middle of the night and it'd pop up with that error and just sit, and I'd just be sitting there because nobody was around to actually help me.
I can't believe that people would just like leave them unattended. That's crazy. Like those people running the store, because like eventually people will just walk out with things, right? Like
I did that once. I sat there waiting for 5 minutes, and I'm just like, you know what, fine. And put all my stuff into bags, and just walked out. 'Cause my time is valuable. Contrary to my mom's opinion.
something that I've seen as well, like from our footage and data, is people who like just don't know how checkout works, including a self-check. Like they don't know how to scan things. Which is, at that point, they should probably go to one of the tills that has someone there.
Every time I am forced to use self-checkout, I will admit, I shoplift one item. Because to me, if I'm having to do the work that they should have an employee doing, they're going to compensate me for it. It's not like I do something big, but, you know, that $3 water flavoring thing. Yeah, that just, you know, goes into the bag. That is my pay for having to check myself out. I don't like self-checkout. Oh, Kenku, most of the time, like around here, a lot of the Walmarts have gotten rid of all of their actual cashier lines.
Yeah, it's not too uncommon at supermarkets here as well, actually. Like, they'll still have tills with people, but they might not have them there all of the time that the shop is open. And they definitely probably won't be fully staffed. Like, they'll have a few of them open, not all of them. Usually they just save that for, like, the period.
I am a lazy as hell frickin' guy. I will take the easiest route. If I am having to scan and bag all of my stuff myself, I don't want to do that. I am okay with waiting, because then I could just be sitting there on my phone or something.
The thing that's really taking over here and definitely set to over the next like 5 years or so is scan as you shop, though, where people scan items as they walk around rather than at the till, and then at the till you just scan a QR code that sticks the basket, like the transaction, on the payment machine, and then you go. So the good thing about that is like you get to scan the items as you're picking them rather than having to pack everything either into a trolley or whatever and then unpack it and then pack it again. You can just pack it once.
I have seen that stuff. Yeah, I do not mind them existing.
This is
I mind
the
when
darkest dungeon.
self-checkout is your
Ducks
only
underscore
option.
all underscore around tipped $5. I've got things to work on and catch up with PTV to do, so I'm gonna go now. I hope you have a great day. I'll be back for wait to show fan art.
Alright, Doug, thank you for the tip. Sorry you don't like PTV, though it's probably gonna be your last hope today.
Actually, you know what else is become like way more common? Electric shelf edge label.
Oh yeah, that whole scam.
How are they a scam?
So, here in the US at least, they've been utilizing those in order to change the pricing based on your spending habits and other stuff behind the scenes that they've tracked on you. Literally,
That doesn't sound like shelf edge labels.
the electronic labels are how they are able to do this.
On the shelves, though, like,
Yes.
but like at a personalized level.
Yeah. They've been literally doing that here in the US.
I guess I just don't understand how. How do they? So they display a different price on the label on the shelf when you approach it based on your behavior.
Yes.
How do they identify you?
Your phone.
Huh, that's actually wild.
Yeah, lawmakers are kinda... There's a few investigations going on about that, but that is something that has been reported on here in the US and has been
Wow,
actively happening.
That's like so different to what's happening with them over here.
I can see
Like
how
over
they could
here,
be useful, but yeah.
over here it's an efficiency thing. Like instead of having to print off like hundreds of labels, the electronic ones can update when the shop gets rebuilt. Prices change. I haven't heard anyone about using it for like dynamic pricing, especially on a personalized level. That's so crazy.
Welcome to the capitalistic nightmare hellscape that is the US.
Yeah, I hope that blows up because that's like so shitty.
It has blown up in some of their faces, but they're still trying it. They're just being less obvious with it. Or, you know, they're trying many different methods to separate you from as much money as they can. there is adjusted pricing based on your spending habits. Anytime, like, they just use your phone, track you through GPS on where you are in the store, and change the prices on the labels to something that to try and charge you for as much as they can.
So
And
people just
also,
like opting into the like relevant app or whatever, having access to their location at all times or something.
they don't realize they're doing it. If you really,
I guess I just yeah, I guess I just can't relate to the person who like the Walmart app says, "Oh, we want your location all the time," and they just go, "Yeah, sure."
the like you and I, yeah, we're tech savvy enough to be like, no. But the vast majority of people are not that tech savvy.
Yeah, I think even the non-tech savvy people I know would be like, "Why does Walmart need to know my location all the time?" or whatever. But
Well, part of the problem
that's why I
there,
hadn't considered people would like enable that and facilitate. That's
part of the problem there is that you also have a lot of media here where it's like, oh yeah, crazy grandpa that hates all technology. It's such a bad thing for him to do that.
to be fair, I can
Crazy.
understand them trying to like present the positive cases where it's like, oh, we'll know you're in the store and we can do something with your phone, like to show you what's in stock or whatever. People haven't read terms of service for a very long. The big thing is when legislation adjusted to make people disclose who their data would be shared with, and then you get the like, yes, we share data with our 873 partners.
Uh huh. Yeah, it's insane what companies are trying to get away with here. Absolutely fucking insane. Every time you turn around, there's a new scam, and there's no other word
Uh,
for it.
I hope that gets legislated out of existence.
Well, that's the problem. Is legislation is always 15 steps behind what's actually going on.
It is since deregulation happened, but I don't want to get too political.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't consider this getting political. It's just a statement of fact that lawmakers
Yeah,
are behind when it comes to what these companies are trying to pull.
yeah, and yeah, the current administration is definitely more on the no need to regulate anything side.
Yeah, there's not. Yeah. There's also that whole mess. Oh.
Yeah, it's definitely easier to break regulation than to regulate. So there was talk here a while back of, I think it has actually happened now, but banning disposable vapes. Yeah, it has happened, in fact. But a big part of that question was like, how do you actually define a disposable vape? Because they were trying to rule out options where the manufacturers would like technically make it rechargeable, but make it too much of a pain to do that. Or make it so that the battery is replaceable, but no one would ever choose to do it. So there was a lot of effort into trying to like nail down how to actually legally define.
Yeah. On that front, there's just so much nonsense going on with the vape industry.
Yeah, I mean the main issues that get raised about it over here are selling vapes to children, which is illegal but happens a lot anyway, and disposable vapes because like of the plastic waste basically.
Yeah, I'm okay with disposable vapes going away, but so many of them are just going the route of, let's just ban vaping altogether. You can't have flavors, you can't have this, you can't have that, because it's being sold to children. And I'm like, okay, because the store is not properly doing what they're supposed to do, you're banning it for everybody?
Yeah, there's that, and there's like the marketing of it too, right? Like they haven't
Yeah, there's that.
regulated the way that they're presented as products in the same way that cigarettes are. I don't know if you've seen like UK cigarette packets ever, but as with like a lot of cigarette packets in countries these days, they're coated in warnings that tell you like, this will kill you, you will get cancer, it's bad for you or whatever, but they don't have to do that with vapes. So the vapes get these really like slick adverts, and then there's just some small text at the bottom that says, this is a cessation device, not intended for anyone who would not otherwise be smoking. But obviously that's like just something that they're putting there and not at all part of their strategy.
Yeah. That one is a whole thing in and of itself.
You're in a box.
How do I actually set this person to a particular path? Oh, okay, so I just click it. There we go. And you patrol this one. You, that one. And you're already set to the right one. Perfect.
The anvil drop sound effect, right? I can't remember what it was at work, but a couple of weeks ago there was literally the metal pipe.mp3 sound played for some reason multiple times near where I work.
Yeah.
I just found it funny. Like, who had decided the best thing to do is play like metal pipe.mp3 on my phone speaker, but someone clearly had. Something I really like about the word cringe is how funny like the original usage of the word can seem, because of like what the sort of new/slang variant of it. Like the example I remember is, it's like, you know, the spike pit trap. That's something that really makes you cringe, because it's like, you know, an icky, horrible thing to fall into, but making it sound cringe, a funny description of these.
Hey, Aureliux. Sorry to hear that, Brian. You know what? I need more money, so I think I'm gonna go with night hours next.
I like how the construction staff are just there all night long, 24/7,
Well,
hibernating in their spot in their cubicle.
I chose to hire them, so yeah, they just sit there waiting for me to give them orders, and I haven't done so in a bit. But I am trying to make enough money to actually do stuff, so... net profit's all I really care about, so... Guess I should check maintenance cost.
It depends what you're trying to like which of those numbers matter to you.
Well, I'm just trying to make sure that I am actually making money every day.
I would expect that net profit includes your maintenance cost in that because it's net profit.
Yeah, probably.
Well, gross profit would be the one that doesn't have your costs.
Actually, I don't know if maintenance cost is included in that. That's why I decided to put it on as well.
Is there an operating profit in the drop down or something? Because
No.
that might. Oh, they don't even have revenue. Or is that sales number? I guess sales number is revenue.
I think sales number is just how many times I've sold something.
Oh, yeah. Is that in units or is that in transaction? Now we are getting into my job.
You can hear the excitement. He's a cute puppy, isn't he? Ah, here's what I want. Okay, yeah, we're doing all right.
Oh, your P&L.
My what?
P&L.
I don't know what that
Stands
is.
for profit and loss statement.
Oh.
So it has your revenues and expenses and then your profits over a period. And they are presented sometimes in varying levels of detail.
Oh, crap. Right, there's this strike going on. Yeah, sometimes there are events like strikes that happen, and, well, right now, no deliveries are happening. So my shelves are running out of product very quickly.
Well, that's what happens with just-in-time delivery.
Well, like, I've got a bit
So
of
how does
a
this-
stockpile for some stores, but...
How does this game model stock? Do you have to? So do you pay for it when it gets delivered, and then
I have no idea on that.
like I assume you pay for each unit that gets
most games
like that.
So most games are you buy the product and then it gets put out on the shelves. This one I seem to just get deliveries, and I think it's I am getting, every time it's sold, I I think that's when I pay for the actual product.
So like this shampoo says it's got a cost price and a selling price and a profit. Its profit margin is wrong because it reports it as 200%. That's not right. Profit margin is a fraction of the selling price. Sorry,
It's
this is literally my job.
I'm just going to point out that this game was like $5. Oh, okay. Less than 10 is what I picked it up for. I'm not expecting a lot of accuracy out of it.
No, I'm just curious because like it's something I do like on the daily.
It is
if
adorable that you are so passionate about your work.
you have to pay every time you order things, then the game has an actual concept of working capital, which is great. I love that, even though it doesn't matter much in the text. Oh yeah, and you've even got a slider for working capital. Oh, that's great. So good. Ah, I should buy this game. This looks like good.
Well, it is on sale for 50% off, so...
Yeah, and like
I
it's
command
probably
pure chaos! Kinda.
Jimond_ has turned Ibsen into a Rockruff. They can only talk like that Pokemon for 2 minutes.
rock.
Come on! He was adorable! Actually, no, that makes sense. That is a good reason to do it. Pat Pat the Rockruff. I feel bad for that employee. Their face is underneath the self-checkout.
Rock.
Ah, hourly sales. That's what I want. We're gonna swap you to a 24-hour. Hire you. You. And then let's manage the hours for you to... Actually, I suppose I did not need to hire both of them, but, you know, it's fine.
Well, you'll need cover if one of them's sick. So
True.
I don't know if that's modeled in this game.
I haven't noticed it. I know Big Ambitions... Actually, if you haven't seen Big Ambitions, you might really enjoy that.
Should I look this up?
Big Ambitions is where you are running a huge corporate setup.
Grow any business. Incredibly in-depth.
It actually legit is. Hey, Yacha.
It's an interesting proposition, Big Ambitions, by the sounds of it. I like the breadth of things that they try to model, at least from the description.
Oh yeah, they've got.
I imagine it's relatively shallow in a lot of those, but it's a fun idea.
Actually, from what I've played a lot of the game. It's incredibly in depth. It actually is. Like, you do have people eventually that can take care of things for you. Like, if somebody calls in sick, then you've got your HR managers that'll get a temp worker and such. Or you can just leave it unmanned. But that can cause other problems. It even has a factory thing later on where you can, instead of buying the products... So you start off buying products to sell from, your
Wholesalers,
local...
I'd guess.
Yeah, your local wholesaler. Then as you grow, you can get a warehouse to then start getting products shipped in from overseas. You have to manage deliveries to the stores. Then it grows further, and you could even set up factories to just start producing the products from raw materials. And it gets really in depth. And the thing I like best is that they actually have several rivals that will try to impact your business in various ways, such as undercutting your pricing, so that way, you start losing sales and such, and you have to deal with that.
Wonder how they model cost versus experience leadership in that game. You're the one who wanted me to not be at work after work today.
Well, it's different when it's a video game, right?
Yeah. The thing that would really get me on that is if I could actually do some analytics, do decision. But at that point, I am literally just doing my job.
Hey, you enjoy your job, so it's okay.
You should research big data next, because that's researching me.
Alright. Oh yeah, big data. I look into job applicants' traits via social networks.
That's a rubbish thing to do with data in retail. What? Okay, never mind. I thought that was going to be customer behavior. Or assortment optimization.
Why is there only one person here right now? What is... Where the hell are all my cashiers? Oh, right. Fudge. I did change them to start later. Oops. Okay, so instead we're going to go like this and move you all up to 6 a.m. Because I'm going to be looking at these charts and determining where the most customers are coming in at. But I gotta wait a day or two. Yeah, that was because what was that?
Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
That was just because I accidentally set it up wrong, Aurelius. What you were
And
saying?
I was just thinking it'd be so cool if you could get like meaningful data out of this game and then do analytics. So when you place shelves, do you put like are they shelves of a particular type, like that
So,
have a particular thing stocked on them?
it's just a shelf, and then I decide what gets put on it. Like, for this
Okay.
one, pick a category, and, this one's pads and tampons. Because apparently that's a thing.
People need to buy them somewhere.
Yeah, I'm just not used to games including some of... That particular thing does not usually get included.
I wonder if you get like there's no data on the mix of items you sell, is there?
No.
Like what constitutes a typical customer basket? Oh, look at that. That graph there. Look, it's got both the gross and net profit listed, and the net profit is incorporated, I think, both maintenance and salaries.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Yeah. So your net profit does include maintenance costs.
Yes. It looks like it does. But only a 40% profit margin.
40% is about typical for net profit on a lot of items that you will purchase from a supplier. So 40% net profit for a business like that as a whole is pretty. In real world terms, in the land of video games, who knows what they expect a reasonable profit margin.
Oh, crap. I realized a problem. I have no coverage for the night shift with security.
It's fine. Crime never happened.
Oh, if only, young hyena, if only. You know what? You can cover kind of the peak of the day, I guess.
I can totally see myself trying to extract data out of that kind of game. It just seems like so much fun.
Pet.
Aren't you interested to know how well each individual like category of shelving sells?
Slightly, maybe?
Or like what the mix of demands that a customer has is to inform the composition you should put in the store.
Maybe?
Or understanding the different kinds of customer missions, how they're broken down. This is, yeah, ripe for the picking.
I might have made a mistake by, inviting him to join everyone. I think I may lose him to this game for a while.
Ah, Dragon's Georg. I mean, you say that, but we do have, like, some very funky transaction in our data, like, at work, where people who do, like, couponing will check out with a huge basket and a lot of coupons.
Oh, we really do, Kiatu. There are many things that I do that with. In particular, tabletop.
Oh, you just found mine. Retail data science and analytics.
Okay, I do have a janitor at all hours already. Cool. Alright, gonna speed through this day because I want to find out how things are going with customer demand and such on from day to day. Also, I think I need
so
another
now
stock
you need-
clerk.
Now you need to done.
Now I need what?
Stand customer demand.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
I wonder how much it varies day to day. I honestly haven't been watching the traffic levels to see if there's like a weekly cycle or anything.
There are differences. Up here in the upper left, we've got, you see that we've got events.
Yeah.
So, like, Mother's Day is happening very shortly, and the demand for various products are going to go up.
That's definitely true of real life. Like, people buy fragrance 3 times a year, and it's Christmas, Valentine's Day, and Mother's Day most of the time. And then the fourth time is birthdays. But, like, those 3 are huge spikes for fragrance.
Alright. We'll go until 6 a.m. and then I'm going to look at the data. Alright. What do we got for people coming in and such? What? Oh, I guess the baseline is 3.
That's a weird, weird way to display that graph.
Yeah. I am needing more data here, game, and you're not giving me the data I need?
What data are you looking for?
Well, I'm looking to see how much coverage I need, and I guess, if I'm looking at this right, it looks like I can probably take somebody off, like, about 8 o'clock, it looks like. Or, I can move somebody away until about 8 o'clock.
I mean, if you drag the lines around, it'll show you how the graph shape changes anyway.
Get a little more coverage there. That does leave this uncovered, though.
Yeah, bring that forward a bit. I would think not that the other take some of your afternoon slightly earlier, because it tapers off towards the end of the day.
Yeah. Okay, that graph just... This is not helpful. The sales does not move.
It's just being rescaled. I think it's like a proportional. Like when the peak gets bigger, see, the sales is just increasing. It's just a profile. It's not in any numerical terms. I think the numbers are just the units of staff you have available.
Yeah, but that is making it incredibly difficult to actually figure out what I want to do here.
Yeah, it's also I'm not sure from a data perspective whether I agree with how they're drawing the staffing graph. It's like they've drawn it as a line plot, but there are discontinuities in the data, right? So, like based on the shift planning here, when people start at 6 a.m., the number of people you have on staff should jump up, but instead they've got this like line 5 a.m. to 6 a.m. I understand why they've done that, because yeah, but like. Well, you can always do a bit of trial and error.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna leave it at that and hope that it works out. Maybe hire another cashier.
Yeah, afternoon is looking maybe slightly underserved.
It is all over the place, but I'm just gonna lock this in. I don't care. The staff is... I can't go off of that staff at all. Or graph.
I think it would definitely help if they gave you the sales figures in like actual numbers, because if you were, hypothetically speaking, if you were a real retailer, you'd want to know a forecast for how much you would sell at different times of the day over the next few weeks, which you'd get from your general performance. Because then you'd know, like, okay, well, if we think we're going to have this many customers, then we're going to need this many people to serve those customers in a reasonable time.
Hi, Key. Hi, Guru. And yeah, Key, I'm aware of that stuff. It's just I can't tell when the actual. I want a chart that shows me. Okay, I've got this many customers coming in here. They need this many staff to cover them. Like Big Ambitions does that, or does it that way. But this game, it's just like, this is your number of sales, and it doesn't change. So I just have to guess and hope that I set it up right.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they're trying to give you a sales profile so that, like, you can match your staffing profile to it, but without giving you the sales profile in absolute terms, it's not super informative. A lot of supermarkets over here no longer do night hours. Like, some of them trialed it for a while, where they'd be open 24 hours Monday through Saturday, because things can't be open as far as on a Sunday here. Well, some things. But yeah, they stopped doing that because it turns out it's better to do like filling online orders from some stores rather than doing them all from warehouses. And so you'd rather have staff who are able to do that at night rather than having customers wandering around messing this up.
Yeah. We need another cook here. Well, I probably don't actually need another cook, but, you know. There. And another stock clerk, probably. What is that itty-bitty face? Yeah, we're not... We're just gonna ignore that.
Yeah, I think the other reason that 24-hour shops would disappear is like, or have been disappearing, is just that it's not super profitable when you have to pay for staff to be there all night, and not many people go shopping at 3 and 4 in the morning. When I was at university there, I went shopping at 3 and 4. So I was very appreciative of the 27 super, which was actually 24/6 and 8 on the other one.
I know for me being nocturnal, I wish that there were more options for 24/7, but I understand that why there aren't. Yeah, it really did, Aurelix. I myself am nocturnal. I used to work a night shift, and it was always a pain because it's like, well, my only option for if I need to get groceries is when I'm done with work. I sit there for outside the grocery store for 2 hours until they open.
It's actually a bit of a change in post-industrial societies, because when manufacturing jobs were more common, a lot of plants would run like 24 or 22 hours a day, because if you've got a production line, you'd rather keep it going than stopping and restarting it. And so in that case, there was actually way more demand for stuff that would be open late at night. But since like there's been more of a transition towards service economy and less towards like this kind of manufacturing that emerged in the Industrial Revolution, then like much lower demand for stuff available overnight. But there are certain industries, yeah, like electricity, utilities in general, where you need to like work overnight. And you know, there are still some factories or like chemical plants or warehouses that will operate 24/7 dock too.
Actually, I suppose I don't need to actually make that smaller. Do that. Then we can do a new storage in that same room. Because why not? Right? We're gonna make this a small little liquor store, I think. Because there's been a bit of demand for it. Actually, people are... I've been seeing a lot of demand for... Well, that's not very reliable because we just had Mother's Day, but... I have seen a lot of demand for... liquor or drug stores. So I think we'll do a drugstore in there.
Fun little thing there with the flowers is it's like exactly the same problem as appears in actual modeling between descriptive and predictive analytics. where if all you're doing is describing what happened, then it doesn't tell you what's going to happen next necessarily, and then you can get these. You have to account for that. You have to think like, oh well, the flowers were popular because it was Mother's Day, but are they still going to be popular afterwards?
Yeah. Okay, what do I need for the drugstore to be a valid thing? Well, Kyoto, there we go. The whole idea of this game is that we are building a mall. And malls are, they've got the big department stores, but the vast majority of them are highly specialized little stores. Open a store with over 50% of health and beauty to create a drugstore. Okay. Car tools, greeting cards, bed sheets, cookware, dishes, backpacks, school supplies. This is health and beauty. Let's just move it over to this store.
Now we're definitely approaching what I do at my job. I work for a health and beauty retailer. I've got a friend who works as a jam buster in an Amazon warehouse. So that's someone whose job it is to like deal with the machines when they get stuck. And he works alternating shifts between morning, afternoon, and night on a 2-week cycle. So he does like 2 weeks of morning, then 2 weeks of afternoon, then 2 weeks of night, and he absolutely hates it because it's like just brutal.
My only issue is that with this game is that for all the setup that they want me to have, they don't have much in the way of actual variety. It's like, this is supposed to be a drugstore, and yet apparently all I can sell in it are diapers, tampons, and toilet paper.
Yeah, where's the moisturizer and the exfoliating cream and the shampoo and the conditioner and the night serum and the day serum, the night cream and the day cream?
Yeah. Oh, chemical supplier. I guess that's what I want.
Yeah, that's like tooth care, deos.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I found what I was missing there. I did not expect that to be under chemical supplier, but,
I mean, technically, yeah. In the same way that everything is chemicals.
Well, we'll get the chemicals researched and should be able to actually have this running.
Would you say you're breathing in chemicals? Whoa.
Huh?
It's just radioactive. By Imagine Dragon. I am pulling your leg.
There, optimize space. Oh, this is a terrible layout.
It's a dense layout. It seems, at least in this game, that you don't have to worry too much about customer journeys, so...
Well, in other news, I do appreciate that the default load for my storage rooms is 69%.
Nice. Yeah, there's
second,
customers
everyone.
getting stuck. And there's customers getting lost who have no idea how to find things.
Sorry, Rex wanted to talk to me real quick. What was that?
Oh, Gary was saying, like, good thing that we don't have to worry about, like, customer journeys and how they find their way around, because,
Oh, yeah.
like, dead ends are generally not good and they'll get stuck. Or I said, yeah, or getting lost. Because actually, one of the problems that appears is if customers can't find things in your store, they will eventually just give up. Which is why most like supermarkets always have the same layout, especially in the States, where like they're all like purpose built pretty much. At least that's what I understand from the bits of work I did on the US bits of business years ago.
There, put in a few other things. And then... where is this new one? Wait, that got flagged as a grocery store? Wait, what do you mean by main product fresh bread? There's no bread in there.
Main category food, 79%.
Is it because it's connected to this one? Okay, so this one says main category food 63%. But this new one is 79. There is no food in there. It is all health and beauty stuff. I don't even sell fresh bread anywhere. This thing is weird. I'm just gonna hire people and hope that it works out. Oh yeah, I have played a little bit of Project Hospital. I have done that, Havoc. Well, I'm gonna see how things work for now. I was planning to put stuff into the main building across the road, but I wanted to try and put a little bit more into this building. But if it doesn't work out, then I'll just have to replan. I assure you. Get it covered 24/7. And we're good. But it is time for tabletop. So, let's go ahead and get swapped over for that, everybody. Ibzan, it was nice getting to hang out with you.
Yeah, it hasn't melted my GPU.
And you are adorable as hell. Your passion for this stuff is just cute.
I do enjoy it a bunch.
But yeah, thank you everybody for joining us today for another Brick in the Mall. Check out our website, zgfgaming.com. We've got links for our Discord, Telegram, Mastodon, Blue Sky, Patreon, and more. They are on the website as well as down in the description below through our link tree. Thank you to my patrons, tippers, and subscribers. It is your support that keeps this channel alive and going. I cannot do this without your guys' help and your support, so thank you. Consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/zgfgaming. It's one of the best ways to help out the channel, though you can also do so by sharing the stream around, picking up packs of cards to stream loots, tipping to the channel directly, or just coming by and hanging out. But for now, thank you so much for joining. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube, and I bid you all the most fondest adieu.
Bye-bye.